questioner says, surely somebody is responsible for this horrible and seamless carnage. Why do people kill each other so readily? Maharaji, search for the culprit within. The ideas of me and mine are at the root of all conflict. Be free of them and you will be out of conflict. Questioner, what of it that I am out of conflict? It will not affect the war. If I am the cause of the war, I am ready to be destroyed. Yet it stands to reason that the disappearance of 1,000 like me's will not stop wars. They did not start with my birth, nor will end with my death. I am not responsible. Who is? Maharaji says, strife and struggle are a part of existence. Why don't you inquire who is responsible for existence? Questioner, why do you say that existence and conflict are inseparable? Can there be non-existence without strife? I need not fight others to be myself. Maharaji, you fight others all the time for your survival as a separate body-mind, a particular name and form. To live, you must destroy. From the moment you were conceived, you started a war with your environment, a merciless war of mutual extermination until death sets you free. You know, I've been around these ideas for so many years. Like I got into non-duality my latter teens, early 20s. And yeah, it's so beautiful to see, because ideas really don't belong to anyone. So it's not my idea. But you know, the answer, you know, as soon as he says that, the answer that comes from me is like conflict. As soon as body is taken, then there is a war in the sense of stopping this body, you know, turning to ashes, stopping it being eaten by the lion or starving to death. You know, the body has to consume things in order to survive, to take minerals and materials from the environment in order to build homes and stay warm. You know, you create fire and wood is destroyed, and if you really pay attention, you'll notice that most of the time there is still insects in the wood. You know, it's to stay alive, you're competing against everything else. But equally, that is our way of narrating it. Like, we could put it the other way. Someone pointed this out to me the other day, that everything is supporting you to be alive, which is a nice way to see it. But what I'm trying to say, I think in the end, either way in which you look at it, is that you cannot survive without consuming something else. So us as humans, when we war, it's about survival. You know, Gaza and Israel about who owns the land, the same with Ukraine and Russia. I mean, there's a lot more nuances and complications, but it's about dominance and power and ownership, which is all about survival. So this idea of peace is like a bedtime story that you've been telling yourself, which isn't a realistic look at what's happening here. On the human level, we can strive towards living more peacefully together, and that will happen as we become more aware and free and more abundances of resources. Yeah, so to insist on peace is to live in your mind and live in imagination of this destined future, rather than really inquire as to what's happening now and the peace what's happening now. That there is a peace that's here, that there is something that's beyond the idea of war and peace, the idea of freedom and caged. And what is that? What is the freedom that has no opposites? It's beyond that. Yeah. It's so beautiful reading Maharajji's words, because in a way they feel like my words, and maybe my words feel like your words, because in a way they are. You know, when we drop any idea of I, it's words being spoken from that no thing. It's not anyone's words. Okay. We continue. I maybe do this for another 10 minutes, and then if you have any questions, you can write that in the question group on Telegram, or you can put your hand up. In the Lisa Cairns' channel. Yeah, nice.